Hi folks, happy Sunday. Thought I'd do a quick video. Always says quick, doesn't he? Always say bloody quick. Let's try and make it quick. The old grenade mug. There's the top of it. It'll go off one of these bloody times. Carolina Reaper soup. Now, it's normally hot. Today, I don't really know. As I was tipping the bottle, and you must have done it yourself with bottles. You're tipping it, and something goes wrong, and you go, oops, as bloody great big dollops that you weren't intending to put in, go in whatever. I did that with this. Somehow it went wrong and it just poured in. So I'm not bloody wasting it, so I'm going to give it a go. Wish me luck. This is the Carolina Reaper Venom sauce that I put in. And actually it's pretty flipping nice. I didn't know what to expect, but I might just accidentally tip the flippy bottle every day now. That's nice. Hot, but nice. Right. I can't freaking talk. Today really was looking at things you wear. Goth things, not goth things, who knows. We've been talking a lot lately of where you probably buy clothes from, where you don't buy clothes from, whether you DIY them a bit, whether you DIY them a lot. And it's not about that. It's about me. This is about me, how I do things. Now, whatever anybody wants to do, whatever these videos come up with, whatever we talk about, however we put it, well, it's still up to the individual. Whatever you want to do, really. But this is what I do, because I'm a bloody cheapskate at times. But anyway, what do I wear a lot? T-shirts a lot, black, generally with words on or a picture of something. I've got about 50 hanging up that I can circulate around. But I do like just a plain one every now and then. But now I'm going to show you what I wear when I generally don't wear a t-shirt. There is other things. I've got long coats, shorter coats, jackets. I've got the 3/4 length jackets, which probably, they do look probably more for trousers, jeans, that sort of thing. But saying that, I've worn them with a kilt, and they have a bit of the look of, if you've seen the series Outlander, where they'll probably wear a 3/4 length jacket. So it sort of goes. Got all those sort of things, but these are the two that I wear mostly, especially now when it's coming between the cold and the not so cold. In the UK I call about, when we get to about 58 degrees, something like that, I call it t-shirt weather. That's when I'm feeling more comfortable wearing a t-shirt, no sleeves and everything. Can be a little bit nippy before that, but some people manage it. So I tend to wear a small jacket as such. So I thought I'd just show you the two that I generally wear, and there's one there that is new to the scene, which anybody that looks at my old videos will have seen it pop up. This is the first one. This, because I wear kilts and that, this is a proper kilt jacket actually. So this is the real McCoy kilt jacket that's pretty short, so it just goes a bit below the waist. And with this, as you can see, I'm not a very plain person. I have to freaking stick something on it. So there's the usual pin badges. I've edged with safety pins down this one here, safety pins, and so it's what I'd call my smarter jacket. But I'll put these things on and you can have a quick look at what it looks like. This is me. I just do this. Other people don't have to do it. You can have nothing on it, you can have more on it, you can have whatever the hell you want. But that's sort of me really. There you go, that's more or less me. Second one is this, which is probably my favourite to wear most of the time, and it's fading a lot now, especially around the collar. But unless anybody knows a way of just dyeing the collar, I don't want to take this bloody lot off just to bring the jacket a bit blacker. This is the one I call my battle vest. It's not a real McCoy say cut off denim or anything, but it is a sleeveless one, a bit longer than a denim. But the back, this was a t-shirt I really liked, so when it come to the end of its days I cut that and glued and sewed it on, because I'm a man. We glue, a lot of us, so it's glued and sewed on, and safety pins in the corner, and at the front is again the pins and studs and skulls and whatever you flipping have. And this is probably the reason why lots of small kids call me a pirate in town, and they go, "Mum, Mum, it's a pirate." No, sweetheart, it's not a pirate. It's a pirate, man, it's a pirate. And some of the older ones as well. So I think it's all to do with probably sparkly bits, skulls, skull and crossbones, the see it thing, pirate, probably with the boots, maybe with a kilt, maybe it smells of pirate, I don't know. So yeah, there's that one. Now the last one, I go into charity shops and put it back on the bloody hanger. I go into charity shops, and when I go in they go, "Oh, we got something for you." And like I said in the past, generally charity shops are cheap. So I will buy it even if I think I don't really want that. It's not really me. I will buy it because I can probably do something with it, even if it's take a picture off or chop it around a bit or whatever. But this one I went in, and I think it's from a pretty good company. I did look it up to look for the original one, and I did do a video of it when I got it, and that's this one. And this is leather, real leather, and it's bloody too small for me, to be honest. It was a little bit tight, and it sort of come out here somewhere. So, like I said I was going to do in the video, cut the sleeves off, put it on, ideal. Probably still a little bit tight. This one won't be as flamboyant as that one, to be honest. It will have some pins on and that sort of thing, and it might have some studs in the lapels and that type of stuff, but this one will stay fairly sane. So that's what I would generally wear. Now, you can look at this sort of thing and say, well, is it goth? Isn't it goth? Does it look very goth? Does it look a bit goth? Does it look not goth at all? And at the end of the day, like people say, the goth subculture is a music-based subculture. So if you argue the point of whatever you wear isn't goth, it sort of doesn't go much, does it really? We talk about it being a music-based subculture. If you wear this or that, or you love skulls and all that, that's darkly inclined. So it's a bit of bloody swings and roundabouts, really, isn't it? Which means if you go by that premise, you could wear what the hell you like, really. But I'm not really going to get into that. But what I'm saying is, within reason, you can go way off mark, but within reason, you can go by how you feel. And I've got nothing with subcultures within the subcultures, as we might put it, Victorian, vampire, medieval, whatever type of goth is within the subculture is fine with me, and I will walk around and hang around with anybody from any of them. At the end of the day, you look at them and you go, goth. Might look Victorian, it might look medieval, whichever they want to follow. But the thing is, primarily you look at them and it's goth. Looks like a medieval goth or whatever. So it doesn't bother me. Can't all walk around looking stereotype. And a lot of the stereotype is media stereotype, where a lot of people get the goth look from. Yeah, some people get it from looking at goths, seeing goths on film, goths in books, whatever, goth in the family. But a lot of goth is stereotype. It's media stereotype, not our stereotype, it's media stereotype. So if you're in the media or anything and you think, doing an article on goths, you're going to put up the media stereotype. You're not going to put up what you think people are going to look at and go, "Don't look like a goth to me." So to put up the media stereotype. That's, I think, where we hit some of the problems within the goth community, where the media is stereotyped goth into a bit of a pigeonhole, and everybody comes along and thinks, if I'm not in that pigeonhole, there's something, I'm not goth, I'm sort of playing on the outskirts or so, and it's far from the truth. There's one or two videos on YouTube looking back at goth clubs in Britain in the 80s, and if you look at them, it's a right motley crew, to be honest. When you look at it, you'll see some that are pretty goth, white face, the hair, the clothing and everything, and then you'll get a mix of everything from looking pretty punky, because at that time it was translating itself from punk. There's a lot of punk within it, still is today, and then when you look at it in there with everybody dancing, there's just about everything of the day really. And when you look at a lot of the dancing, it reminds me, this was a northern club, and a lot of the dancing reminded me of the old stuff, Northern Soul, when they used to play Northern Soul, dance Northern Soul. So if you look at that, there was a lot of transition going on. You didn't look at it and go, wow, that is wow, the ultimate goth club, although it was one of them at the time. It was at that time when it was blending from one to another, and so there is a goth look, there's a goth 80s look, but there's also a media stereotype look. A lot of that isn't media stereotype look. But the funny thing is, doesn't matter if I'm wearing those or not. People don't assume that I'm something else. Might get the odd one every blue moon, but most people know, somehow they know you're goth. And you know that because they'll turn, oh, my daughter's goth, or so goth, or so. They know. You don't have to wave a flag for it. Talking about that, with whatever you wear, when you go out, be proud of what you're wearing. But whatever you do, and I've often said this, don't bloody strut. And because you're goth, you don't have to be stereotype. You can smile. Goths, I generally find, don't sort of flipping sit there looking like the bloody world's falling on them, and with that tone of voice, and sometimes I see that where people are putting that stereotype on. But yeah, don't bloody strut, because if you strut, that's when people get the arsehole with you. Just be yourself, own the space around you, nothing wrong with that. And buy clothes from where you want, do them how you want, be proud of what you have, what you've done, and wear it with pride. I'm not going to knock anyone for whatever they wear and such. And to be honest, I could take a load of that bloody stuff off, and I could go very much different to I would hazard a guess if I went pretty stereotype goth and I went to town, I would still have strangers coming up to me and going, "What the hell you done?" These are people I've mentioned it before, these are people I don't know. As far as I know, I've never seen before in my life, which obviously I have. I've walked past and whatever, smiling and nodding and going good morning. But they bloody know me, and if I change anything, if I stop wearing these kilts and I go to town, I'm in fricking trouble. because the town won't fricking let me. As soon as I change anything, hang on, get it back. It's not you. Get it back. So have a little bit of faith in yourselves. Whatever you feel like wearing, whatever you feel like doing, you don't have to specifically be one way or another. And if you want to be any of them subcultures within the subculture, do that and mix it with another subculture if you want. So you could be sounds pretty natural actually, a medieval vampire there, Victorian vampire, space vampire. But yeah, just to show you bits that I wear that people recognise for whatever, and to let other people know, don't go around all the time think, I've got to get this, I've got to get that, because that's what I've got to wear. That if there's other things that you love to wear and you're not quite sure whether you should or not, like I said, you could go right out the freaking brackets, and then if you dress all in that stuff, yeah, you're going to look like you're into rock and roll or something, you know. You can go a bit too far, but on the whole, be yourself. You know who and what you are, and it seems so to other people. So the only person that might tell you what you're not is another goth. Everybody else is quite happy. So here's the clothes, because I'd look freaking bad if I didn't have any. Catch you later.